says that A is equal to B, and every element you need is in the table or the question. So let's read the question. From the table, we have SPO2 at the variable column, where you have classes from 80 to 85, 86 to 90, 91 to 95, and 96 to 100. And number of patients, which represents our frequency. So at the beginning, here was A, B, and C. And we were given 15 here, and there were nothing here, and also there was no total row or a row for the total. So when you read the question, okay, let's go through. Complete the table, identify the median class, identify the frequency of A, B, and C, using the formula A plus B, all over 50, times 100. Calculate the percentage of patients with SPO2 from class 80 to 85 and 91 to 95. And the last question is determine the median. So from the table, you can use principles to fill the table without doing any calculations. So the first one is that we had A2 here to be A, and here to be B, and here to be C. So we know that always the first frequency is equal to the first cumulative frequency, and we are not having the first cumulative frequency and the first frequency, but we have the second one, for which we can use the diagonal approach. It means that there is a number here. When you add it to 5, you get 15, and that number is 10. So you can do it 15 minus 5, which will give you 10. And from the instructions, it says that A is equal to B. So whatever you get for A, the same for B. But you don't have C. And there is another principle that when you're calculating for percentage, for that particular class, percentage for a particular class, you divide it by the total frequency, which is 50. So it means that the total frequency here is 50. So A plus B all divided by 50. So you can just put the 50 at your total frequency. And another principle states that the total frequency is equal to the last cumulative frequency. So right now we have A, B, let me see. We can sum all the frequencies and equate to the total frequency, for which I did it here and I got 25 for C. Then you group like terms and subtract, do your linear equation, and you get C to be 25. So after doing this, you realize that you are done with question number 2, question number 3, and then completing the table 1 and 3. So you are left with question number 2. Identifying the median class. You just put down the formula median class for n over 2. That one is the position. So when you get a position, you go to the frequency table, for which you got 25th position. So the 25th position lies here. So and you trace it to the class, which is 91 to 95. So your median class will be 91 to 95. And the next question is, using this formula, calculate for the percentage of A plus B. So you sum the frequencies of A and B, and you divide it by the 50. You multiply by 100. So you get 10 plus 10, all divided by 50, which is 20 divided by 50 times 100. Then you get 40%. And the last question is, determine the median. So the first thing you do is, you put down the formula so that you find out the things that you don't have, and then you go on and substitute it into the formula. So from the formula, we have N to be the total frequency, which is 50. LM to be the lower class boundary of the median class, for which you subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit, or you do the other one, 95 minus 91 plus 1, for which you get, that one will be the H. But then for lower class limit, you just subtract 0.5 from the lower class limit to get the lower class boundary of the median class, which is 90.5. And frequency of the median class is 91 to 95. And the frequency will be 10. And frequency before the median class, that one is 15. The frequency before the median class.
Cumulative frequency.
Cumulative frequency of the median class is 15. So from the table, you see that the median class is 91 to 95. So before you come to the median class, the cumulative frequency there before that of the median class, you write it there, which is 15. And H, which is the class rate. That one you go by either the first formula or the second formula. Lower class limit minus upper class limit minus lower class limit plus 1, or lower class boundary minus the lower upper class boundary minus the lower class boundary. It is 95.5 minus 90.5. Where you get H 5. Then you substitute into your formula. 50 divided by 2 minus 50. All divided by 2. You have to go it in a sequential way, but then you don't have much space. That's why I did it in 1. So 90, everything here will give you 1. And you multiply it by 5. 50 divided by 2, 25. 25 minus 50, 10. 10 divided by 10, 1. Then you multiply by 5, which will give you the same 5. 90.5 plus 5, which is 95.5.